All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with another live stream, bringing you the latest in Chelsea transfer news. Hope you guys are doing well wherever you are, and a massive Eid Mubarak to each and every one of you guys, and to your family as well. Hope you guys are enjoying your Eid. My Eid was yesterday. I know a lot of people are doing their Eid today. I think a lot of people did their Eid yesterday as well, which is absolutely fine as well. Obviously, due to the time differences, you get the Eid over 2 days. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, lots been popping off, man. Who is this Angelo kid? The Blues is saying, how's your celebration going on, bro? Yeah, man, yesterday was banging. Yesterday was really good. Valan, thank you so much, man. Eid Mubarak to you as well, Valan. Donmo, good to see you. Bill, good to see you, my man. Shivendra, we got Matt Ball, finally gets a live stream. Good to see you, Matt, as well. Pritam, Eid Mubarak to you as well. Adrian, good to see you, my man. Adrian saying, hi, Miz, there's too much re-vibration. I think it's because of my heater. It's very cold, man. My heater is on, and that's probably why you're getting that extra bit of sound. But yeah, no, I just turned it off, so hopefully now it should be fine. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? So much happening. Who is this Gabriel? Angelo Gabriel? What's his name? I don't even know his full name, to be honest. I was just trying to get some clips. I was trying to look at some compilations online. I think his name must be Angelo Gabriel or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. What Angelo Gabriel? There you go. Tonmo is saying Angelo Gabriel. What do we know about this particular kid? Yet another kid that we've got ourselves. We are looking to build for the future, but God knows what the plan is for these kids. One thing's for sure, we do have a fetish for South American talents. But look, there's a lot of quality youngsters over there, and they could turn out to be amazing players down the track. So we are trying to be there first. We will be there. We're trying to be there first and get ahead of the game. Chelsea is now a daycare. Yeah. I was just trying to catch some clips of Angelo, and look, he looks decent. He plays for Santos. Has a bit of pace about him. Definitely a lot of technical quality, as all of these Brazilian players or any South American players, they tend to have a lot of technical quality. Can dribble. He's got a nice left foot shot in him. That's all I can say off the back of just seeing some initial clips of him. I have no idea who he truly is. I don't watch Santos, but the word in the street is that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send him to Strasbourg for loan. And this is where I get excited about this multi-dimensional structure. I might have been a bit doubtful about this. I might have been a bit skeptical about this when we were first hearing about it. And the reason being is I want Chelsea to be correct first, all of that issues I was having around that. I don't think it was necessarily in regards to the multi-dimensional structure or the multi-dimensional club model. It was the fact that how poor we were doing, and then every now and then we'd hear about this multi-dimensional club model, and it would just absolutely annoy me. But now, obviously, the fact that we've finished our season 12th, and it's been, time has lapsed, and we've been in transfer window mode since then. And our transfer window so far with the outgoings, I have to say, it's been very good. So, and now I guess I'm starting to slowly appreciate this multi-club structure. Let me know what you guys think about this multi-club structure. I think this is quite of a genius move, having these clubs. Obviously Strasbourg in League. We're looking to get a club in Portuguese league as well. We may even think about getting a club in Brazil or somewhere in South America. And having these clubs, not only you hopefully get first dibs on talents in those areas, but you can then start farming out your talents that you potentially want to have full control of their development. So, this particular youngster, Gabriel Angelo. It'll be very, very nice to see him go to Strasbourg, who is now under our umbrella, as a sister club, I suppose, owned by Blue Co, which is obviously driven by Todd Bowley and Clele Capro. Blue Co has Chelsea and Strasbourg, and they're looking to add a few more teams and clubs under this particular banner. So, look, I can't wait to watch a lot of Strasbourg next season, and I think Gabriel Angelo, his introduction over there is going to be quite fruitful, hopefully. But before he does that, we're going to see him in preseason. He will feature in preseason. He will be in the USA tour. So you never know, man. If this kid truly shows that he's got what he's got the quality. You never know. You never know what can happen. Maybe he might even stick around, but I think that might be a long shot. Adrian, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Miz, my bad. I had another browser window also playing the other side of the coin in the background. Please turn your heater. That's all right, man. I'll turn the heater off. No problems. Let's see what you guys are saying about this. Omo is saying it's a brilliant idea, especially if we keep signing all of these youngsters. Yeah, it's a great idea for our academy as well to get legitimate experience at a higher level than just being an academy player. Don Miz, have you seen the video where Neymar met his idol Angelo Gabriel? Neymar met his idol Angelo. I like that. Angelo Gabriel. I need to see a lot more of his clips very, very soon. Matt Ball, the target countries for multi-club are Brazil, Belgium, France, Portugal. I love it, man. Yeah, you're right. We are interested about Belgium too. Ramzan is saying, Miz, out of Santos and Caicedo, who do you think will be the squad next season? I think if both do well in preseason, I would want both to be in the squad. Look, I think it might be Andre Santos, I think Andre Santos is the one who might get an opportunity to stick around in the first team, whereas Cesare Caicedo might actually go to a loan. But yeah, look, it all comes down to who has the stronger preseason. And if both have strong preseasons, then you never know what could actually transpire. Maybe both of them stick around. Okay, so this is the latest, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to Angelo. Chelsea plan to send Angelo on loan to Strasbourg. This is from Simon Johnson. It all materialized so quickly yesterday. I had no idea that, I guess with these sort of players, you won't have an idea that we're interested. But then again, Endrick was one that there was a bit of a story behind it, and it seemed like it was prolonged, that saga. But with Angelo, I did not hear a single beat about this, and then we heard something yesterday, and before we knew it, it was here we go. And then by the end of the day, we already got plans for him to go to Strasbourg. So there you go. This came in quite late. I like him, and I like it. Angelo had a 60 million release clause in his contract, but Chelsea managed to strike a deal for 12.9 million. 12.9 million for a particular player, obviously, that is highly unproven, young kid as well. I mean, young kid. Obviously, kids are young. 19-year-old. So look, 12.9 million seems quite hefty. We've spent quite a bit on these youngsters. When you add in Chukwuemeka, when you add in what we paid for Andre Santos and Cesare Caicedo and many others, we have spent quite heavily on kids. So let's see how fruitful some of these actually become. Strasbourg watch along. Here we go. 100%. It has to be. We have to be in touch with Strasbourg. I think we have to be in touch with Strasbourg transfer market as well. They're in the same banner as us. So yeah, what they're doing is it definitely will have an impact on us. Mr. Fenny, good to see you. If he excels in preseason, then I want him to be Madueke's backup. I see huge potential in this player, and I'm not the type of person to waste my time investing unless that person is Mbappe. Now, fair enough. Hutchinson as well. Yeah, Omari Hutchinson, what's the plan there? So much hype about him. See, this is where I get annoyed, man. This is where I get annoyed. I don't want a whole stockpile of these kids. Like, we have to have some plan, man. Unless maybe the plan at times might even be just to flip them over for some profit. So some of them may not even make make it to be Chelsea players. Who knows? Because I think we will still spend big this summer, despite talks of FFP. Remember, our owners did not inherit any debt. Now it doesn't work that way, my man. FFP don't work that way. FFP don't clear out everything just because new owners have come in. It looks at the last 3 years financials for the club. So yeah, the new owners could turn around and say, hey, we just came in. Whatever losses were made in previously were done in the previous regime. But it's not like that. This is why there is a rush to balance our books this season. But I still agree with you. We may still go out there and purchase a lot of players. It just won't happen until after 30th of June. So once 30th of June has lapsed and the financial period has finished, the new financial year will kick in, and then you will start seeing a lot of the new purchases being registered after that. Much like Pochettino starts from 1st of July. I think in our books it will be from the new financial year, and I'm pretty sure Caicedo will be the same thing. And this is why there's a rush to get rid of a lot of players before the 30th of June, so that the money that we get for these sales get into the books immediately. So the new financial year we could still be doing quite a lot of damage. But yeah, this is great. I mean, we had a 60 million release clause, but we were able to buy the player for 12.9 million. So, which is still pretty good. Understand Al Hilal sent huge contract proposal to Jose Mourinho. Yeah, I saw that. Understandable. Jose doesn't want to go. I mean, how much more money does he want? It is a lot of money, 30 million euros per season. I would like to see Jose go there sometime in his career. I think Saudi Arabian Pro League will absolutely kick off, especially this season. If it wasn't already started to pick up some heat off the back of Ronaldo joining last season, I think this season it's absolutely going to be a focus for a lot of people, definitely for me, undoubtedly. Because I don't think Angelo will go on loan. He will challenge Noni for right wing position under Poch because he's 130 senior appearances in Brazil. Really? 130 senior appearances? Do you mean like for under 20s or something like that? I don't think he's played for the senior team. I don't know. But I've never seen him play for Brazil. And again, could be wrong, man. I could be wrong. Dominic, good to see you. Big up, Miz. Your channel is wonderful. Thank you so much, my man. Really appreciate that. Angelo needs to improve his end product like many CFC players. Yeah, look. I think a loan move is prudent. I really do think a loan move is prudent. And he's young, man, 19. Like, I don't expect him to be absolutely polished. So develop, and hopefully you have a career at Chelsea Football Club. That's all I can say. But yeah, man, exciting. I suppose, exciting project ahead of us with all these kids. And Santos, Andre Santos, Cesare Caicedo, Chukwuemeka, some of our players, Lewis Hall, Omari Hutchinson, and now obviously Angelo. I'll be keen to see exactly what happens to all of this. And then down the track, Kendry Perez as well, who's 15 or 16. And a couple of more years until he can join us. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's move on to the next story, ladies and gentlemen. Nearly 300 of you guys are live right now. Smash the like button before we move on to the Mason Mount saga. This saga needs to end. We've got only 43 likes and 300 people almost live. Let's bump those likes up to 200. Come on, guys. It's been a couple of days since I've done a live stream. Obviously, a couple of days ago, we had All You Can Eat Chelsea, and then after that, it's very, very tiring to do another live stream. That live stream went for about hour and 40 minutes or so. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. And then yesterday, obviously, I had Eid, so I couldn't do live stream. So let's smash the like button. Let's pick up those likes, smash the like button, get those likes up to 200 easy. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's subscribe. We're very, very close to 24,000 subscribers. So let's make sure we get there. Sports video is saying is why our 1920 year did not work. Look at Gavi, Pedri, and Jude. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. Not everyone can be Pedri, Gavi, and Jude Bellingham, man. I guess, yeah, we need to give opportunities, or else how will we know? Clubs like Barcelona, they believe in their products that come from La Masia, and Pedri and Gavi, they were top products coming from their academy, and they felt the need to give them an opportunity, and it's worked out nicely. Jude Bellingham, he wasn't getting that opportunity in England, and goes to Bundesliga and absolutely blows up there. So, yeah, we do need to, like, this is how I felt about Chukwuemeka last season. I just thought that we would give Chukwuemeka an opportunity, and maybe he could have blown up. He could have been something huge. We do need to change that mentality, and I hope Pochettino is the right guy. Poch is known to build youngsters, Harry Kane being one of the prime examples. So hopefully under Pochettino, we can unearth a lot of gems. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United are prepared to improve their bid fractionally, but will not bow to Chelsea's demands. Mount is now back from holiday and is expected to report to Cobham on Monday. Look, this needs to end, man. This needs to end before Monday. I cannot see Mason Mount come back to Chelsea Football Club, to Cobham on Monday. It's probably not fair on him. It's not fair on the fans. It's not fair on the club. This situation hopefully ends like at most tomorrow or Saturday, whatever the case is, so that he doesn't have to be here on Monday, which is going to be whenever the players report. I think on 1st of July, which is Saturday, that's when Pochettino starts work on the weekend. So yeah, Saturday Pochettino starts, and then I think the players start coming in from 4th of July. Oh, 3rd of July. Okay, so that's Monday. Maybe it's 4th of July when they're coming. But bottom line, needs to be wrapped up before then, man. Badly needs to be wrapped up. And I think it might be wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. First round of positive direct contacts were held between Chelsea and Manchester United for Mason Mount. So, as we've been briefed in recent times by Fabrizio Romano specifically, that there will be direct contacts being held. And I think apparently the first of however many, I don't really know, has already been held, and it's been positive. So hoping to hear some more really good positive news today sometime, and hopefully we can find a conclusion here. I know we are holding on for that 58 plus 7 million counter proposal, but I think we need to compromise a little bit. Man United don't want to go too much further ahead of 55 million, which they offered 50 plus 5 add-ons. But looks like they could potentially improve. As you can see over here, Manchester United are prepared to improve their bid fractionally. So, yeah, this is coming from Adrian Kajumba, who generally, gets a lot of these things right as well. Look, if by fractionally they mean that, I don't know, 58 million, I say let's do it, man. I know they're at 55. If they get to about 57, 58, I think we would have squeezed as much as juice as possible out of this. So for me, let's get this done. Let's absolutely get this done. Hi, it was a great show. Thank you so much. With United sniffing, we will still get Caicedo, and if so, should we still get another midfielder, and who? Look, for me, number one priority is Caicedo first. Get Caicedo in, and then we'll reassess in the pre-season. I don't mind having a midfield group of Enzo, Caicedo, Chukwuemeka, Andre Santos, and Cesare Caicedo. Like, if that's the case, if we do get rid of Conor Gallagher, I hope we do get rid of him. But I know that's highly unrealistic. I'm pretty certain Chukwuemeka, Santos, Cesare Caicedo, all three won't be part of Chelsea's setup. At least one will go on alone, if not two. And we'll see what happens. And if that's the case, I think we're interested in what's his name, Gabriel Vega. So, what type of profile do we want? If there is ever, God forbid, an injury to Enzo Fernandez or Caicedo, Gabriel is not the type of midfielder that you want to slot in there. I feel like he's a little bit more attacking. He can win the ball, no doubts about that. But is he a double pivot player? I've not watched too much of him, but I don't necessarily think he's a double pivot player. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Look, from Man United's point of view, they've already missed out on that defender. The Napoli defender is going to Bayern Munich. Yeah, they're not going to get Caicedo. I don't think so. Surely they don't want to make themselves look like a fool. And already a lot of foolery is happening with David De Gea situation. For their fans' sake, go and get your man Mason Mount. Like, get this done, Man United. I know there's a lot of issues at the moment with them with new ownership, but they need to show a little bit more ambition and meet us sort of halfway on our counter proposal. But at the same time, we need to be a little bit giving as well, because we've now come very, very close to that 30th of June, and you know it will be better if we can get rid of Mount before 30th of June lapses, so that we can account for that sale in balancing our books. RS7, Gabriel is more likely than Caicedo. I feel like Liverpool and City will enter the race for Caicedo, no doubt. I hope not. I really do hope not. I don't think Liverpool will pay that level of money for Caicedo. I really cannot see Liverpool pay that level of money for Caicedo. Caicedo is going to be in excess of 80. Look, 80 million minimum, and it could be in excess of 80, and I just can't see Liverpool do that. They do want to get more midfielders. Already they got McAllister for 35 mil. That's the kind of level they're looking for. They're looking for that level of price, you know. Kefren Turam, I think, is going to be around that price as well. They're looking for a few other midfielders in that same region, so I don't think Liverpool will be in the race. City, I don't think City are in the lookout for a defensive midfielder. It's simple as that. I think that whole thing about Declan Rice was just to facilitate, you know, Arsenal to pay up the money that West Ham won. Or I think Pep Guardiola did a bit of a collaboration with Arteta. Arteta was pushing for it, and Arteta knew you'd have to pay in excess of 100 million or at least 100 million to get that deal done. And Pep just helped him out. So I don't really think City are in for a lookout for a defensive midfielder, or else we would have seen them move on something like this already. I honestly do think we have a clear-cut shot at Caicedo. So let's see what happens. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Inter Milan. Breaking. Inter Milan are prepared to do an obligation option for Lukaku, but paid in several years. So look, first of all, excellent. They're prepared to do an obligation to buy, not option to buy, an obligation to buy, which is great. But paid in several years, look, don't be cheap about it. None of these several years. How many years are we talking about? Like 7, 8, 9, 10 years or something. This broke club, man. They're so annoying to deal with. They're such scammers too. They've absolutely scammed us, and they're proper scumbags as well, man. Massive scumbags. I would like to know how much is several years, number one. And then obviously there's a report over here. Let's see, there's nothing here. Yep. And then the consequent report to that, Inter planning this offer to Chelsea. Romelu Lukaku on loan with an obligation in 24-25 of 25 million, payable over several years. 25 million. I can't believe, honestly, I cannot believe this football club. There is no way we should accept this. I wonder how much loan fee they're going to pay us, number one. How much are you going to give us this season? Probably about 5 or 6 million. And then after that, you want to buy the player for 25 million. This season, his book value is 58. So at the end of... So he's got 3 years left, right? He's got 3 years left. Let me just do some maths here, right? 5-year contract. So 100 million. So 20, obviously, yeah. 20 years per season. So he'd be worth about 40 million at the end of next season. And they want to give us 25. I don't think so. I really don't think so. So far, all Inter has done is they've taken 100 million off us, and they've given us 7 million in the last loan spell. They've taken 100 million and all they've given us is 7, and they're probably going to give us another 7 plus 25. So what's that? 14 plus 25, you're looking at about 39. 39. That's not a deal. That is not a deal. No way that is ever a deal. The only way I see this happening is they give us about, I don't know, 10 million in loan fee this season and a further 35 to 40 million next season. And if they can't do that, just F off, just leave. But why should we financially get done by these people, man? Why should we look after Inter Milan's finances? If you can't afford him, that's it. Lukaku needs to go to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia will clear our books immediately. Saudis will clear our books immediately, man. Let's see what Ramzan's saying. I think 30 to 35 million will be fine. I'm willing to cut my losses on Lukaku. Okay, fair enough. Like, all right, we'll take a 10 million, 15 million loss if we have to, but I think 25 million is paltry, man. It all depends on how much they're paying this season as well. I don't think they're going to pay enough. They're going to try and lowball us once again. Shubra is saying Nizar has just shared a tweet. Let's see. Chelsea expected to make an approach for Gabriel Vega if Mason Mount leaves. Original plan was just one DM, but so many midfielders have left that Vega has entered the fray. 34.6 million release clause is attractive. First call, Jacob Steinberg. Jacob Steinberg has been talking about Gabriel Vega quite staunchly, and maybe there's something there. But obviously, as we said, Mason Mount needs to leave. Mason Mount 100% needs to leave. And so does Romelu Lukaku. For us, it would be perfect if this brother just went to Saudi Arabia. It would be perfect, honestly. Chelsea at first thought they would need 3 seasons to clear the squad, but now they think they can do it with this window only thanks to Saudi. Yeah, man, absolutely. Love it, man. Love it. Noni Madueke named man of the match for England under 21. Brilliant. Fantastic. I hope Noni Madueke, when he comes back from the England duty for under 21s, I think it's European Championship, right? I hope he comes back and has a top pre-season. He would probably want to have a bit of holiday as well. I don't think these players have taken any breaks, so I'm pretty sure they'll take a bit of break. But once they do come back for the US tour, I hope he absolutely lights it up. A lot of expectations, man. Madueke, Mudryk, all of these players got to step up next season. Obviously, we've only seen 6 months' worth. With Madueke, it's probably been even less because he only started getting minutes right at the end when Frank Lampard came on. But next season, these players will have to show us something. Some improvements, of course, some improvements. Prefer Kudus over Vega. Is Vega a DM? Look, man, I don't think he's a DM. From the clips I've seen, can he win the ball from midfield? Yes, he can. He is tenacious. He goes looking to win the ball, which is fantastic. But he's more of an attacking caliber. He does like to crash the box and score goals. He does like to dribble forward with the ball, drive forward with the ball. So I don't think he doesn't give me that defensive midfielder vibe like Frank Kessié on the other side. When we saw the links yesterday, he's more of a defensive type of a player as opposed to Gabriel Vega. Roman Abramovich in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you, our previous owner. Thank you so much for the paltry super chat. Thank you, man. Roman, you're loaded, man. You'd think that you'd probably give me something around $2,000 in super chat. But I appreciate that. Lukaku needs to be sold to Saudi, get our money back. Yeah, man, absolutely. I would love to get our money back. All right, next up. Chelsea are looking for a young goalkeeper or experienced goalkeeper to create competition as Kepa is going to be the number 1. This is from Fabrizio Romano. So we've gone from looking for a goalkeeper to Kepa being the number 1. Chelsea don't want to spend 60 million plus on a goalkeeper. No crazy money. No Onana. No Mannion. Wow. We all thought that perhaps this window we will get a top level goalkeeper. It's important, man. Getting a people don't tend to put too much emphasis on how important a goalkeeper is. You have a solid goalkeeper, then your defenders get the confidence. Your team starts getting that bullish attitude about them. But when your goalkeeper's a little bit flimsy, a little bit unsure about what is going on, the entire it's contagious. The entire team starts feeling this way. Look, I don't. I know a lot of you guys might think otherwise, be like, "Oh, Miz, you're a bit harsh on Kepa." Look, I like Kepa. I do like Kepa, but I'm not gonna hide from the fact that Kepa is still somewhat of a liability. He's got distinct flaws. Now, look, I understand some of the price tag here are quite insane. Onana, 60 million plus, potentially. Mike Mannion, AC Milan slapping something around 80 million. I get it. It is quite expensive. So what do? We got to just stick it out with Kepa. But yeah, I'm worried, man. I'm worried. I just hope that Kepa gives the defenders that confidence, man. I really don't want to see any form of mishaps next season, especially with a goalkeeper that we've seen, for 3 seasons now, and there's a lot of question marks still. Mendy's gone, so you'd think we would definitely get a number 2 because Gabriel Slolina is probably going out on a loan, because we don't want to just keep him in the bench and just rot. We rather have him play some proper minutes somewhere. How are you guys feeling about Kepa, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the live chat. Over 425 people live right now. Kepa potentially going to be our number 1 next season again. How you feel about that? I feel a bit scared. I really do feel a bit scared. Unless, Pochettino's goalkeeper coaches somehow managed to get the best out of Kepa. I mean, it can still happen. Kepa's young. He could try and get over some of his flaws. That's the only thing. It's hope. It's hope more than logically seeing something. It's more the hope that God, please, somehow make him better at some of the flaws that he has. Chelsea appreciate Anatoly Trubin. They are considering a goalkeeper who can create competition for Kepa. So look, this is now a goalkeeper that we're looking into. Once again, got no idea who he is. Looks like Shakhtar. Is that Shakhtar Donetsk? Is that Shakhtar's logo? I don't know. Is he Anatoly Trubin? I think that's Ukrainian, isn't it? That seems like a Ukrainian name. So let me know, live chat, what you know about this goalkeeper. Is he a good shot stopper? How capable is he on his feet? Is he commanding in the box? Let me know. And how you feel about this whole Kepa situation. Ryan, wow. Trubin is effing awful. Wow. Santiago saying he's good, Trubin guy. Okay, well, that's polar opposites all of a sudden. Ronnie is saying Kepa as number 1, not confident at all. Plus Colwell, not that much experience under his belt. We're going to league goals for fun. Yeah. I just don't want any excuses, man. Especially when you know a situation. You know what I mean? Like when you know the flaws, but we're looking to overlook it. Yeah. Mudrik recommending another useless brother as coach. That's dangerous, man. That is dangerous. You guys are ruthless, man. He's only 21, was named the under 20 goalkeeper of the year. Okay, well, there you go. Mixed reviews from you guys. Some are not happy. Some think he's the next big thing. RS7, if we won't get Onana, there's no way Mannion or Costa will be targeted as they both 25 million more. Yeah, nah. Looks like we don't want to spend big. We're probably looking to spend big on Caicedo and perhaps another striker. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. We should be fine with Kepa. We already have a really solid defense. Yeah, look, solid defense. But if your goalkeeper's shaky, that solid defense starts becoming not so solid. So that's my worry. That's my worry, man. You look at, for instance, Onana. Andre Onana has a solid Inter Milan back three, along with Simone Inzaghi's structure. Andre Onana in Ajax was very erratic, but in Inter Milan, far more balanced. He is able to showcase his ball playing ability as well because he knows the defense in front of him is so strong. With Kepa, yes, the defense can be very strong in front of him, but if he's not a commanding goalkeeper, then that defense starts feeling a bit shaky. With Andre Onana, he's very commanding goalkeeper, and it works in tandem. When he's very confident, and also the defense are confident, then together it becomes a solid partnership. But if one or the other is a little bit weak, then it does have a nature of falling apart, and that's what I'm worried about. But I guess we don't have any other option. We're just going to have to wait and see how Kepa does next season, and we better hope, and we better pray that he turns out well for us. And I've kept the best and the best for the last news, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. We are entering into key moments for Moses Caicedo. Let's see if it will be a saga or a fast negotiation. Chelsea are ready to attack the situation this week and then continue the conversation in the next days. Caicedo already said yes to Chelsea. There you go. Fabrizio Romano has been talking about Caicedo to Chelsea like he is literally there in the meeting. He is literally there talking, and he's part of the negotiations. He's so involved in this. And when he says that he said yes to us, I completely believe it. It's now just a matter of us negotiating with Brighton. I feel like Brighton would probably have one eye on what transpired between Arsenal and West Ham for Declan Rice and the level of money that West Ham was able to squeeze out of Arsenal. I'm worried. I'm worried that Brighton could look at that as precedent and start saying to Chelsea that, look, we believe Caicedo is just as good, if not better, than Declan Rice. Personally, I think he might even be better because Roberto De Zerbi's style of football, the possession style of football that they play, the build-up that they do, Caicedo is very crucial to all of that. And Declan Rice, you don't get to do that in West Ham. So you'd think Caicedo's skill set is a tad bit superior. So Brighton would probably turn around and say, if he's gone for 100 million, if Rice is gone for 100 million, you best believe Caicedo's gone for 100 million. So that's where I get a bit weary that hopefully, and Fabrizio has been, quite staunch about this situation, that maybe 80 million can do the job. Jacob Steinberg yesterday was saying that 80 million will do the job. So let's hope that is the case. Let's truly hope that is the case. Chelsea, Dodgers, AC Milan, and Pulisic. Yeah, we'll keep a touch on that. Hopefully there'll be some news coming out in regards to Christian Pulisic. He needs to leave as well. A solid defense also requires a keeper with high mental focus because Chelsea are possession dominant team. So he needs to always be ready for the few moments that may need big saves. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Tim B, good to see you. Big up to you, my man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love to you, brother. Caicedo greater than Rice. Yeah, absolutely agreed, man. I completely agree about that. All right, we're going to wrap things up. We're going to take some more comments and we'll wrap things up. Before we do, we've got well over 430 people live. Can we bump those likes up to 300 immediately, ladies and gentlemen? That would be so fantastic for the live stream. Hope you guys have been enjoying it, enjoying the discussion, enjoying the interaction. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's get really, really close to that 24,000. In fact, let's get to that 24,000 subscriber mark ASAP. Kevin S. Eid Mubarak, please. Thank you so much, my brother. Eid Mubarak to you as well. Henry is saying, I think after a here we go for Mount, we will have a here we go for Caicedo. He's better than Rice, and I think he's second to Rodri in the EPL. Yeah, probably right, man. Probably right. I'm not giving Poch no excuses next season. I wanted him, yes, but I'm not emotionally connected to the guy. I'm on him. Yeah, look, me too. It's a results-based business. No need to be emotionally tied up with anyone. I need results, but at the same time, I'm not asking for anything unrealistic next season. I think if we can come fifth, sixth is the bare minimum for me. I'm going to be happy with that. Off the back of what we were last season, I think 6th will be sensational. If it can come top 4, yeah, that's exceeding expectation, and I think that'll be brilliant. And Pochettino should be should be aiming to exceed expectations. But if he can come 6th, even 5th, because it's not top 4, it's top 5. Apparently, from next season, it's the top 5, depending on the coefficient in Europe, that will make it to Champions League. So if we can even come 5th, I think that'll be great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button before you go. 135 likes, well over 400 people. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, and I shall see you guys later on UK time, approximately about 9:30, 10 p.m., wrapping up the day's news, unless if there's something drops drastically before I go to bed, maybe in about another couple of hours' time. Then we'll probably come on live again. Until next time, everyone, take care and see ya.